MVP signing the largest contract in NBA history, 5 years, $228 million. Here's Giannis with his thoughts.
This is my home, this is my city. I'm excited to be a part of this organization. I'm excited to go to war with my teammate. And it's been amazing, man. It's been amazing, and the show goes on, and let's get it.
Tell me, what does this deal mean for the NBA?
Well, congratulations to Giannis for signing an almost $250 million contract, well-deserved. And, of course, you always respect guys like Giannis or Damian Lillard who say, I'm not ring chasing and leaving. I'm going to try to win right here, even if it's a small or undesirable market, meaning not a major cosmopolitan area, not a warm weather place, not a tax-free state, stuff like that. Of course, you respect it. What this means, though, what the real implications of this, it's good for the Lakers. That was a good day for the Lakers. This morning is a good morning for the Los Angeles Lakers because Giannis was a balance of power player. Look, when KD left Oklahoma City, did anyone have a chance to beat the Warriors? He went to a place and tipped the balance of power, right? That was a bad day for the best team in the league that year, for the Cleveland Cavs. When KD went to Golden State, bad day for the Cavs. And LeBron, right? LeBron's team's usually the best team because he's the best player. When that happened, LeBron really didn't have a shot at a title, and Stephen A. would point it out heading into those series based on what LeBron was saying, like, KD's over there, what can we do? When Giannis stays put, though, the Milwaukee Bucks are unlikely to be much better. They're not a desirable location where major free agents are going to sign. They made a Drew Holiday move. That was nice. The Bogdanovich deal fell apart. Mirotic left for Europe, right, last year. They didn't re-sign Brogdon. They probably still don't have enough. And will they ever get enough? That remains to be seen, but I wouldn't bet on it. So who is today good for? Today favors the status quo. Whoever's already the best team has one less thing to worry about, and that's LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, the question was, who's the deal good for? The question was whether or not what does the deal mean for the NBA? And I'm going to tell you what it means for the NBA. It means that the Miami Heat are going to be what they are, a very, very good team that's going to challenge for supremacy within the Eastern Conference. But that's about all. That's what it means, primarily to some degree anyway, due to what you said, Max, in terms of it being a balance of power move, because obviously if Giannis ended up on Miami, that would definitely have tipped the scales. If he had ended up someplace else, it could have tipped the scales for a respective other team. But I just think about Miami, and that's the first thought that came to my mind, because we all knew that they were trying to clear cap space. They were ensuring that they cleared cap space to make sure they had room in 2021 to go after him, if indeed that was the case. Him and Bam Adebayo have the same agent. We know that Bam Adebayo got a $163 million extension, but that still wasn't going to prevent the Miami Heat from going after Giannis if Giannis definitely said it was something that he was willing to consider. The fact that we saw what Miami was able to do, we saw Jimmy Butler, we saw the ascension of Tyler Hero, we saw Duncan Robinson display himself as the specialist sniper that he is. We saw all of these different parts, okay? You saw Goran Dragic go down, and imagine what they would be if he were healthy. You saw Kendrick Nunn and what he's capable of doing. You look at the Miami Heat, even though that's the same team that beat the Milwaukee Bucks in the postseason in 5 games. Remember, Milwaukee didn't have Drew Holiday. And in Miami's case, they lucky Milwaukee didn't get Bogdanovich because somebody within the Bucks organization foolishly opened their mouths prematurely and put that all out there, which ultimately nixed the deal. In the end, what it comes down to is that we looked at Miami and we said, excuse me, this team has arrived. And now that they're players in the Giannis sweepstakes, imagine if they get him. We're talking about back to the days of when LeBron and D Wade were going to the finals 4 straight years, because if Giannis was in Miami, there's no way in hell we would have picked another team to knock off the Miami Heat. Now that that's not the case, then ultimately we have to look at what we're seeing here. Milwaukee is a contender, arguably a favorite. The Philadelphia 76ers can't be ignored. Neither can Miami, neither can Boston. But in in the end, the Eastern Conference itself is a crapshoot with those top 5 teams, with someone or the other, maybe Milwaukee or Miami playing a little bit of favorite, but outside of that, that's all you're getting here. And because of that, Miami to me is what jumps out, Max. So they're more hurt than anybody.
이번에 준비한 영상 시청해주셔서 정말 감사하고 앞으로 더 흥미롭고 유익한 NBA 내용으로 돌아오겠습니다. 영상 재밌게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 부탁드리겠습니다. 감사합니다.